This is the abandoned office building above a car park in Birmingham, and it's time to go urban exploring, but this time is a bit more of a challenge because this office building is completely abandoned and the stairs going up to it are blocked off with a gate which is locked, and there's no way of getting past that, which means we have to use the lifts. But the top two floors in the lifts, which are the office building floors, are locked off, but we all know what that means. That means we have to surf lift, but the shaft doors on the office building floors have been bolted shut. They can't be opened, and as well as that, there are two lifts here. One of the lifts is completely switched off and broken, does not work whatsoever. The other lift is switched on, but its doors are completely jammed up. The doors have failed and it refuses to shut its doors. And as well as that, on inspection, the up button doesn't work. So how on earth are we meant to get up to this abandoned building? It is a big challenge, and here is how we did it. With me I had Jordan, LTBC Vids and Cam. So then, get to the lift. No way of getting this to shut its doors. We tried for ages. So up to the first floor. Ground to first is a bit of a big gap, so Jordan climbs down onto the lift. I stay outside of the lift to let him out in case he can't get the lift moving. Jordan puts it onto inspection, manually shuts the doors, and these lifts are 70s lifts and they've been modernised, but they've been modernised by cone with cone LCE logic, which means putting them back onto automatic from inspection, they don't go to the lowest floor, they go to the nearest floor, although this time it's already at a floor. Then when it's done this, whereas if you enter a call straight away, it'll go straight to its call rather than opening its doors, which means we can get this lift working again, because as soon as it opens its doors will completely jam up and can't get them shut. But the fact this logic can go straight to a call as soon as you put it back onto normal rather than opening its doors straight away means we can do this. Cam and LTBC Vids wait outside, so we have to take it in turns to get into this office building because this requires teamwork from all of us to do this. So then, put lift onto inspection, up button doesn't work, so put it onto auto. Cam and LTBC Vids call the lift, they get into a lift, put it back onto inspection, manually shut the doors, put it back onto normal, and as soon as you put it back onto normal, Cam immediately presses the highest car park floor, lift goes up to his floor, doors open, Cam and LTBC Vids get out, put onto inspection, manually shut the doors, and this means we're now at the top. We are now in reach of the office building floor. So then, we still can't get into the office building because the shaft doors are bolted shut. But we've come prepared. Let's unbolt this shaft door and we managed to get into this abandoned building. Yes! Let's take a look around.
I bet you can get into that room where it's just wide open.
It is really creepy up here. So, not many people have managed to achieve getting up here. It's really creepy up here, and there's not that many signs that people have been up here, although someone has actually been up here. And this building is all very empty and deserted. It's very much sort of a 60s, 70s style building. It looks very creepy, all very empty.
No stairs up. Can't see a way up there. The up button's broke.
And up we go to the upper floor of this building. And this floor is also very empty. And on this floor, some idiot has smashed one of the fake walls, which is an asbestos wall. What idiot decided to smash up this wall? Seriously. And now, up we go to the motor room. And here are the motors, and this is the first time I've seen an old 60-70s lift modernised by Cone's motor room. Open up the logic and, very interesting actually, it's got the first generation EcoDisc LCE logic, which works exactly the same as some later EcoDisc logics, but the logic itself actually looks different. This is the non-working lift, which you can see here. It's all switched off. If we look at the working lift, now I don't really want to do too much to this lift. I don't want it messing up, since this lift's our only way out of here, and works exactly the same as EcoDisc logic. So press the menu button, and now lets me go to menu 5, which means this logic has been restricted because it hasn't had a Cone service recently. This is like I found out about EcoDisc LCE logic. If you take out the service card, which Cone do if they don't have a maintenance contract, and after a lift has done 10,000 runs, the logic goes restrictive and you can't get into its menus, which is pretty disgusting really, as Cone deliberately making it so they have to service their lifts. And what's really sneaky and pretty horrible of them is the fact that a lift only does this after 10,000 trips, and it's not immediately obvious that a logic's gone restricted, so building owner probably wouldn't notice. It's only after like a year later do they suddenly realise that they can't maintain their lift anymore and have to get Cone back. And I think that's a really disgusting restrictive practice. And another thing is, rather than using Cone's own intelligent VF drive, it actually uses an Omron blind VF drive, which is really weird. How can Cone logic work with an Omron blind VF drive? I would have thought they'd have to have their own VF drive, because what would menu 2 do? Because on second generation above, menu 6 is the VF drive, but on older EcoDisc logics is menu 2. So how does menu 2 work? Because surely menu 2 is all of the VF settings, but on an Omron, the VF settings and drive itself, I'd really like to find out, but I can't since the logic's been restricted. And now along we go to the boiler room. And along we go onto the roof. Yes, we managed to roof it.
Is that an NCP card pack? Inspecting now.
How long